Hey you guys, my name is Kat, and I feel like I have been a creative since the day I was born. Now we're older, and you're a creative. And it's harder, isn't it? You feel this block sometimes, and that block is so very difficult to overcome. And that block stems from especially our own insecurities. What if no one likes what we have to say? What if no one gets our art? What if people think we're crazy? Whether you're a painter, a singer, a songwriter, a web developer, you have creative things going on in your mind all the time. At the same time, a lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us have this fear that people will judge us. And when that starts to happen and it begins to compound upon us, it starts to close that window of creativity that we have. Inability to allow that creative side of us, that side of us that is so important and it drives us, we kind of smother it a little bit. Putting your creativity out there and your ideas out there, it can be scary. And then when you start to hide it away, you literally allow that fear to start to erase the creative spirit that you are. The worst thing that can happen is that you don't get that this is just a block and there are ways to combat that. What would the world be if people who suffered from creative block stopped creating? Wouldn't it be just awful? So what if people think you're crazy? You must still create. So how do you do that? That's the big question. What if I told you, I really think, honest to goodness, that I have found a way to combat that horrible block. I have found a way to continue to allow my inner child to come out. Have you ever watched children play? Young children especially. They don't care what anybody thinks. They're not considering that you're judging them. They're just playing. That is what they do. They're creating in their minds. They're being inventive, but they're uninhibited. You still possess that inner child in you. I was raised in a musical family. My father was a drummer for years and years, my entire upbringing, and he was a big band drummer. So often he would set up his entire drum rig in our living room. Much to my mother's chagrin, she did not appreciate that. Not nearly as much as us kids did. We would get in there and just go crazy. And I was definitely always in line for the drum stool. And I would just bang on the drums as long as she would allow it, until she would go, nope, 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 enough is enough. And I never cared that I was not a drummer. I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, I'm a radio host. These are the things I do. I don't have a lot of musical ability. I have produced a CD, thanks to my father, thanks to those drums sitting there. But I didn't drum on it. I'm just the singer and the songwriter. My point is, it allowed that inner part of me, that spark, to create. It allowed it to grow. It allowed me to become the individual that I am now. Not that I haven't had massive amounts of creative block. Those are tough times, and if you're experiencing it right now, I'm especially talking to you. Okay? It happens, but here's the thing. Breathe in deep and find that inner child, because that inner child will always keep that spark for you. My way of doing that, one, is I wear my favorite shirt. I've got my Kermit the Frog shirt on. I don't know if you can see that. Here's my other weapons of choice other than my Kermit the Frog shirt. Crayola markers. Washable's best if you're a psycho creative like I am, because I can get it everywhere. I love to just, when I'm feeling really, really blocked, I just write and create and color. Truly the key to keeping your creativity unblocked. My other weapon of choice, one of my favorites, this is probably, it's my favorite, let's just be honest. This is generic Play-Doh. Craft-Doh. Play-Doh is Play-Doh. It's awesome. It's organic. It's somewhat therapeutic in the strangest way. But what I have noticed is when I get organic with things, when I'm having a block, it opens. It opens those channels, and it helps me to get back to my basics and to get back to my creative spark, that spirit inside. And that is what makes artists artists. That's what makes you who you are. So, this I believe, you possess that inner child. It hasn't gone anywhere. Get yourself some tools. Magic markers, Play-Doh, some white paper, a write-on board even. And when you're feeling those horrible blocks that happen to all creatives, get a little Zen moment. Take a few really good, deep, cleansing breaths and play. Play like the child that still lives inside of you. And I promise you, you will find that inner child bubble up, come out, and create again. At the very least, the very worst thing that could happen is that you will have some amazing fun and feel pretty darn good too. Until we speak again, you guys, take care and create. Unlock. See you soon.